Well, he's done it all. An actor, a singer, a composer, a television host, and it seems like Harry Connick Jr.'s career just keeps picking up. And through it all, few in the public knew the battle affecting his family. But he's talking about it now. Harry Connick Jr. is with us this morning. Harry, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today.
Well, thanks for being here. A few years ago, I saw you perform here in Omaha, and throughout all this stuff, you're performing. You've got the television show. Your wife recently marked her 5th anniversary from a breast cancer diagnosis. How's she doing now?
Oh, she's doing great. Thanks for asking. Jill is doing fine, and she's feeling really good, and it's all because she was so adamant about early screening and early detection, which is why I'm here today. You know, I recently turned 50, and colonoscopies and colon cancer are topics that come up a lot when you turn 50. And I'll just come right out and say it. I didn't want to get a colonoscopy. I didn't want to deal with the discomfort, and just the idea of it kind of freaked me out. There's a product called Cologuard, which is an at-home, non-invasive option, which is on equal standing to colonoscopy. And if you're over 50 and at average risk, you can talk to your healthcare provider about it. I did it. Thankfully, the results were negative. But man, I have peace of mind now for the next 3 years, and I just want to tell everybody about it because 1 in 3 Americans is not getting screened, and it's the most preventable and least prevented type of cancer, but it's the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the United States, and there's absolutely no reason that more people shouldn't be getting screened. And if they're like me, they didn't want to get a colonoscopy, but now there's an option, there's an alternative, a non-invasive at-home alternative, and I just think it's really important to talk about it.
Yeah, well, Harry, I know that early detection is important in terms of these cancer diagnoses, and your wife's, had that gone undetected, that could have had a different outcome, and it almost didn't it?
Well, I mean, we don't know what would have happened had she not gone in and you know, gotten checked early, but thankfully she did, and she's a 5-year survivor as a result of that, which is why I think I have an obligation to come out and talk to people about obviously getting screened for any type of cancer is a good thing, but especially if you're 50, you know, you're talking about 1 in 23 people is going to be diagnosed with colon cancer, and 90% of these colon cancers can be treated if they're detected early, and so where's the disconnect, you know? And I talk to people. I was doing a show not long ago talking to some of the guys backstage, guys that work on the crew. There were about 6 guys there, and we started talking about it because they heard me talking about it. And I said, how many of y'all have gotten screened? And none of them raised their hand. I said, well, why haven't you done it? And every one of them said, we don't want to get a colonoscopy. And I'm thinking, holy cow. You need to know about Cologuard. Go to new50.com and find out about it because it's a game changer. It really, really is. Yeah,
when the two of you opened up about cancer on your show, you started hearing from people all over the country, didn't you?
It's unbelievable. Listen, I'm a piano player. I'm an entertainer. I'm a singer. I never thought I'd be talking about, you know, early screening for cancer. And here we are on my show. Jill and I were talking about it. And people would come up to me, and I'm not exaggerating. One woman said, after your show on the Harry show, and Jill talked about breast cancer, I went and got a mammogram and a sonogram. They found a tumor, and I was in surgery the next day. It saved my life. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, man, what a blessing it is for Jill and me to have this opportunity to talk about this. And I mean, if we're being really honest, I mean, who wants to talk about colon cancer and colonoscopy? It's just the whole thing was difficult to talk about. Man, it's not difficult for me anymore. No. If you go to new50.com, it's something that we can demystify, get out in the open, and let's not make 1 in 3 Americans get screened. Let's get 3 in 3 Americans screened, and let's detect the stuff early and get rid of it. Yeah,
Harry, that website again?
New50.com. You can learn everything, or you can talk to your healthcare provider. And if you're over 50 and you're at average risk, then Cologuard is an incredible option. It was one for me, and it was a game changer.
That's right. The early detection is critically important. Harry, thanks for taking some time out to talk to us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thanks. Good talking to you, too.
All right, you too. We're back right after this, and we're going to wrap things up.